Auto insurance can all seem the same until it comes time to use it. So don't get stuck paying more for less coverage. Switch to USAA Auto Insurance and you could start saving money in no time. Get a quote today. Restrictions apply.
USAA.
Hilton brings you new ways to stay. With experiences that let you capture the glory days. Introducing the Graduate Hotels. Each inspired by local college towns, these stays are always original and never boring. Get in touch with traditions all across the country and enjoy a stay that's a class above the rest. Book at Graduate Hotels with Hilton Honors Points at Hilton.com. It's a win-win. Hilton, for the stay.
Halliday presents, in the red corner, the undisputed, undefeated Weed Whacker Guy. Champion of hurling grass and pollen everywhere. And in the blue corner, the challenger, extra strength Halliday. Eye drops that work all day to prevent the release of histamines that cause itchy allergy eyes. And the winner by knockout is Halliday. Halliday, bring it on.
From the Fifth Quarter Studio in Madison, Wisconsin, you're listening to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. Here are your hosts, Steve Collins and Greg Berg.
Hey, Coach. Welcome to the Basketball Leadership Podcast. I'm so excited you decided to join. Before we jump in, real quick, go over and check out Coach Berg's website, gberg.gumroad.com. It is awesome. You will not be disappointed. It's a little bit of everything. There's free resources over there with a preseason checklist, the offseason playbook, all sorts of great things. Go over and check it out. All half of it's free. I should yell at him for all the free stuff he's giving away, but it's great. His team leader OS is awesome. So go over and check that out. Also, when you're there and you're thinking about it, go over and check out teachhoops.com for coaches who want to get better. You take that leadership, you take all the stuff that I have built over the last 30 years to build a nationally ranked team, to be nationally ranked, to win 3 state championships. Everything I have learned over the last 30 years is in teachhoops.com. Go over and check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. 14-day free trial. And let's head off to the podcast. Bye. All right. Welcome to Coaching Youth Hoops. How are you, Coach?
I'm doing good. We're right in the thick of it. So it's a fun time of year.
It is. Our voices are better than normal. That's good. I don't know if that's good or bad. That time of year.
I used mine last night. I'll tell you that much.
I know. I've been trying to rest mine. It doesn't always work. All right. So what's today's topic? I think is at least affected me a lot this year.
Yeah, it affected us too. Just kind of talking about your best player is hurt and the domino effect. How does the team respond? What is the role of the coach? The role of your team changes and individual players and just all the dynamics that goes into it. And I'll just start with, ours. We had the start of this season, our senior point guard, 4-year starter. He's a Division II player at UW Crookston next year. Fully committed, all in at open gym. He rolls his ankle a few weeks before practice. Thought he broke it. He didn't. Came back, started practicing the first week of the season, played in our first game, was not 100%. The following week, his hamstring started bugging him. Bottom line is he was out for, probably our first 8-9 games through Christmas. And it just caused this. He's our leader. He is our captain. He is our leader. He is our point guard. And, that adversity is really good for us. We had a sophomore point guard that got to start and got some huge minutes and did a really, really good job. But what it does is the roles change. And we talk about roles a lot. Basketball is all about role definition. I think it's so critical as a coach. And I tell the kids, like, when you go play AAU ball or you go play on a different team, you got to figure out how you're fitting in and what your role is. And when you lose a player like that, these other guys got to step up in different roles. And it sometimes takes a while for that to happen. And the dynamics to that is really, really interesting. So, that's just kind of the nutshell what I want to talk about. But have you had that happen? And what
I've noticed the role, I've noticed it's a ripple effect.
It's a
And
domino effect.
it is.
Absolutely.
It's crazy. So it's not only the kid that gets hurt. So it's all of a sudden you're like yours point guard had to fill into a new role, but it goes all the way down. So all of a sudden 7 becomes 6, 6 becomes 5, and now I was telling you about we got our tournament game coming up, and they've had some injuries and stuff. The team we're playing, so all of a sudden this kid that wasn't shooting is shooting now, and is shooting really well because he had to change roles because all of a sudden all these points left away.
Yep.
But what I've noticed is the hardest part. I think kids actually fit into those pretty well, because usually it's a ripple up, because someone's hurt. So all of a sudden you weren't getting any minutes. Now you're getting 4 or 5. The issue I've had, I think the biggest communication from the coach's standpoint needs to be when they come back, because all of a sudden you were getting 12 minutes. Now you're getting 6 minutes because this player that was better came back and is healthy. And I've always tried to say it. I've always tried to kind of move it as, look at all that experience you got, blah, 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 you're still going to play, but your role has shifted a little bit. Now maybe we got to make that extra whatever it is. I've noticed that the injury itself is hurtful to the team. But what I think is some of my great teams roles were defined for 4 months, and everyone kind of knew that.
Yep.
And the 13th guy knew he was the 13th guy. And I can tell you, this has been the worst injury year I've ever had. I've had 4 of my top 8 play less than half the season. The issue I have noticed this year is all of a sudden people on the bench moved up, maybe got a little PT, but then as soon as these people came back, I should be playing more now and that dynamic just kind of ripples through the team, depending on how strong a personality they have. It can cause a lot of a team is a family for 4 or 5 months, and it can cause ripples in the family. Like, why am I not playing? I should be the 7th man now because so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so are hurt. Why am I not playing? So it's like they almost
it goes to the importance as a coach of constantly talking about roles and what causes roles to change. And they can change for a month. They can change for 2 weeks. They can change in a game, and I had the same issue where our point guard was getting major minutes. Our starter came back. He's playing 32 plus minutes a game. And it's hard to have both of them on the court at the same time just because of the size, defensively. I also think for us, our player was kind of our lead creator. And I really view offense, your offense has to go through a couple guys, as your creators a little bit, and then people feed off that. Well, for us, we lost that person. And so these other people who are really good players have not had to be the guy, have not had to be the one that has to create or lead. And that can be tricky, and it can take time.
And then when they come back in,
you got to refit them back in, and hopefully it makes the team better, right?
Right. It's like the kids that go away to college and then they come home for the summer.
We kind of as a parent, as a parent, that is maybe the hardest year of being a parent is that first year back after college with your kid.
It is. It's a hard one because they're independent, but now they're rippling back in, and you've kind of got your, rhythm going, and then they come in and try to I've told other coaches that too. It's like, it's how you get them back in, how you get that, fitting back into the family. Yes. So important. And it
also goes to show the parallel, Steve, of being a parent, being a coach, expectations, roles, standards, everyone on the same page, creating a culture in your family, on your team. Like it's the same skill set.
Exact same skill set. And it's like, I'm not going to yell at you about curfew if I didn't talk to you about curfew before you left the house.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to that's why first week of the season, I'm talking about here are our expectations and here's what we want. You guys got to help me hold these standards. And when you don't, then that's when the dad or the coach needs to step in and go, these are what we expect. And you know it. And post COVID, I had to reestablish them. I don't know about you, but we didn't even have a season. So for me I had to come back, and it was like my first year coaching. I had to reestablish
your culture,
my culture. And we're slowly, I mean, it's year 3 for us. We're close. Like, they know these are the things that are going, these are the expectations, the standards. I'll tell you a story about this. Team-led teams win.
Mm-hmm.
And we were in a close game. We ended up winning in overtime. I think it was the end of regulation, grabbing a backup player to go in. And he slowly walked over to check in and seemed disinterested. My senior, my leader, captain, said, "He ain't ready, coach. Get someone else." And they chirped up, and they said, "Okay." And was the kid that I didn't put in wasn't happy, but that's fine. But it was team led, and was like, whoa, where has this been? This is like, yes, I agree. Like, so it's like, that's where you set those roles, you set those expectations. They know what is expected of them. So I think that's a key component of it. Side story, but I think one that had happened recently and I thought would be relevant for coaches.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else with that, Coach?
No, I think that's good.
All right, till next week.
All right, thanks, Steve.
Yep.